Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Hi, folks. Welcome back. And those of you that are new, welcome. We're going to go over some electoral college numbers here. Now, I got this from CNN on purpose because I want to take their slanted view, their ideological view, and this is the map so far based on their polling. Before we get started, I want to say thank you very much. As you can see here, I've reached over 11,000 subscribers. I appreciate all of you. But the weird part is I've gone up 50% in subscribers more, but the watch hours aren't budging. Now, I don't know what's happening with the numbers, if that's really accurate, if this website's killing it, or it's being suppressed. The only way to get around it, it says 7% of my subscribers watch my shorts and my videos. Well, 7% would be well over 700. But I'd be lucky to get over 100 on a video. So if you could help me out, watch the videos, send the links, everybody you can. Try to get the word out. I appreciate it. Again, thank you so much to my old subscribers as well as my new. Now, here we are, CNN's map, and they have it 225 for Harris, 219 for Trump. It's pretty close, it's within 6. But they have Virginia. We'll start with the states I think they got wrong. Virginia is lean Democrat. Now, of course, in the last decade or two, all the Washington suburbs, which, by the way, of the highest 10 counties in this country as far as money goes, I believe 7 or 8 of them are around D.C. So that should say a lot. But needless to say, they've got a lean Democrat. I think that Youngkin, with his executive order recently, Governor Youngkin of Virginia, about having paper ballots only will help change that. Well, John, that's suppression of the vote. No, it's not. People feel more comfortable with them. They feel that the system is not in jeopardy or being misused. I can't get into more detail because this website won't allow it, but you know what I mean. Now, in the county where I live in upstate New York, we have paper ballots, and they're read, of course, in a machine. If there's any ever problem, we can go back and count by hand because we have them physically on the paper. The only problem is the mail-ins. Once they leave that envelope, there's no retracing them. So I'm sure that Youngkin and the people in the Virginia State House have that covered. And not only for that reason, I think things are coming around. I think it's going to lean Republican. Now, that's going to leave Trump 20 ahead in the Electoral College. He needs 38. Now, I think Colorado is going to lean blue, so is New Mexico. Out west, Nevada and Arizona. I think with that no tips on for individual waitresses and people in hotels and service jobs, I think that's going to tip the scale. So I'm going to put lean Democrat. I'm going to leave Arizona. I'm not sure what's going to happen in Arizona. It's really interesting there. But let's start with Georgia. The Georgia they have here is a toss-up. I don't think it's going to be a toss-up. Now, it was close before. So was the Senate election. We were close before, but the special election was in January. Hardly anybody goes out. I think Georgia's used to be solid red. Now it's turning the corner. A lot of transplants, a lot of people in the Atlanta area. I think they're going to squeeze it out in Georgia. Now that leaves 16. We'll give Wisconsin to the Dems. They're just going to we'll say lean Dem. So it's 222 to 254. That leaves North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Michigan. And we'll just say, just for the heck of it, we'll start with North Carolina. That's going to lean Republican. I still think it's going to stay in the Republican column. 10, 15 years from now, maybe not. It's a similar situation with Georgia. They were solid red for a long time, and now they're getting close to toss-up. Now that gives Donald Trump enough right there. And winning Georgia, North Carolina, and Virginia is not that far of a stretch. Not that far of a stretch at all. And as you can see, that gives Trump 270, which is enough to win. So we'll give Michigan, because that's really close. We'll say lean Dem. And we'll even give Arizona lean Dem. They're still short, of course, so they can't come up with 270. Pennsylvania will put lean Dem, and you see they're short. But I think what's going to happen is Pennsylvania is the prize. That's also the state where President Trump was shot. He knows how they memory hold that. Shooting of an ex-president running again for president should be on the news every single day. They memory hold that thing quick. Very quick. So I don't think Georgia, North Carolina, or Virginia are out of reach. I think that's reasonable based on the polling. Even CNN says two of those states are toss-ups, which I don't buy because they're so biased. But even they say it's a toss-up when it's not. That leaves Pennsylvania. I think Trump's going to squeak it out, and that will give him 289. But we'll just say for jollies, he did what Joe Biden did. He barely squeaked out Pennsylvania. They're still short. Now, I'm not so sure that Trump wouldn't win Michigan or Pennsylvania, but we're going to give that to the Democrats. They're still short. We'll go back to saying that Pennsylvania is toss-up. We'll do the same thing for Michigan because I think that's a toss-up as well in reality. Or right now, by their polling, which is very biased left and very high Democrat percent poll, even still, Trump doesn't need Pennsylvania. But we'll say, for example, I was wrong about Virginia. And it turns light blue. I think Trump could pull off Pennsylvania. I really do. That gives him 276. So let's go back to my original thoughts, and we'll give Virginia lean Democrat. That's it. That's it. The Democrats win. Nevada goes to the Republicans. Arizona goes to the Dems. Michigan and Wisconsin goes to the Dems. I should say Minnesota and Wisconsin. I left Michigan as a toss-up, and PA as a toss-up, which still gives Trump enough to win. And these guys can read a map, too, even though they're back crap crazy on the left. Many of them aren't stupid, and they can read a map, and they can see where it's going. I would love to see some internal polling for the DNC and RNC. None's leaked out on the Democrat side, oddly enough, which is very unusual. I don't think much is leaked out from the RNC internal polling. Maybe it's only a certain number of eyes can see it, so it keeps the people that know about it, well, they say for top secret stuff, eyes only. So there's my prediction of how it might go. She can win in Pennsylvania and Michigan, and Trump will still make it. And like I said, I don't think it's so far-fetched to say that Georgia, North Carolina, and Virginia is lean Republican. So what do you think? Of course, if Trump ever gets 270, there are going to be all kinds of court cases, lawyers lined up. And the funny part is, in 2020, when the Republicans had lawyers lined up, of course, many of the states are run by the Democrats, and they blew them off when they tried to sue and this and that. We'll see what happens if the Republicans win 270. We're going to have to see. The map is exactly how it's going to go. Like I said, Michigan and Pennsylvania, those are the states, especially Pennsylvania. That is the prize. That's why they're spending so much money on advertising. Somebody said, if you live in Pennsylvania, either on the internet or on cable news or cable channels, they are spending a crap ton of money on ads. And I'm sure pretty soon the Harris team will as well. We'll have to see. There's nothing really that important, just the future of Western civilization for the next century. But other than that, it's true, though. It's true. What will the American people do? And the GOTV, they call it, when I used to be an elected official up in upstate New York, I was there for 8 years. like to call GOTV, get out the vote. And the Democrats have a much, much better GOTV than the Republicans do. You know, copy your enemy when things they know work for them and do the same things and leave the bad things behind. We'll see if Republicans have wised up. There's that one guy, I forget in PA, I forget his name, kind of a long-haired guy. He has registered tens of thousands of people in Pennsylvania, and he's switched over many, many counties, and he's about 2-3% off in swinging Bucks County, which is a suburb of Philly. Because Philly's like got walls up when it comes to Republicans. So maybe they'll switch some. I don't know. There's a lot of moving parts, but I think this is how it's going to end up. We'll say for the hell of it, like I said, to fill out the rest. We'll say that's it. I think that's pretty close to reality, even though I do think that Pennsylvania will lean to the Republicans. So this is my guess, guesstimate, my opinion based on, I am not an expert on polling, but this is what I think is going to happen. Anyway, folks, what do you think? Until the next time, God bless, goodbye, and good luck.